Hey, what is going on, everybody? Connor Everything back with another one of my games in Advanced Wars by Web, except this game is a little bit more high stakes. This isn't a practice match. This isn't a global league match. It's a tournament match. It's the second tournament I ever that I've ever entered, and I decided from now on, win or lose these tournament games, I'm just going to upload them no matter what. And so you guys are not going to know if I win or lose this game. But yeah, this is it. I have entered the Smacky Cup 2. I'm in Division D, and my first round opponent was Dejan. So this map, I couldn't tell you the name of the map. These tournament maps, they're not. I don't really think they're global league maps for the most part. I think. I mean, I definitely don't see this one in a global league, but the map is actually kind of cool. It's not necessarily split base. You know, blue will basically control this half of the map, and then pink, which is me, will control this half of the map. I guess that's not necessarily true because of how these two factories funnel out. One thing's for sure. The only units that are going to be able to effectively cross this, marsh and get into the battle as soon as possible are infantry and also mech units. And who's pretty damn handy with mech units? It's Sammy. I was talking to somebody, I'm not sure who it was, and they're like, yeah, I think this map is just Sammy bait. Like, the creator of the cup clearly wanted a lot of people to play Sammy in this round. So I did. I picked Sammy, as did my opponent. We've gone over Sammy a million times on this channel, but just in case you're new, I'm just going to go over the champions, or the COs every time. So our day-to-day or foot soldiers gain plus 30 attack and plus 50% capture point bonus. So if you're full health, normally you would capture 10 points of a city, but Sammy will capture 10 plus 50%. So 10 plus 50% of 10 is 5. She'll capture 15. Other units lose 10% attack, so that can be pretty devastating. Direct units, so tanks and battlecopters, everything direct will lose 10%. But her artillery are still good to go. So using Sammy artillery correctly is a big key to this game. And then transports gain +1 movement. I love this feature. It keeps me coming. It keeps me coming back to play Sammy more than I should. Because it's not the most impactful feature, but there are definitely some maps where that +1 movement will get you capturing a turn earlier than your opponent that doesn't have +1 movement. So yeah, anyway, it's definitely a fun tool, that's for sure. CO power, double time, rarely popped because of her super CO. Foot soldiers gain +1 movement, and their attack is increased to 50%. So, going up from 30 to 50 is a nice jump, and the movement is nice, but you got to have the foot soldiers to do it. In particular, you kind of got to have the mechs to do it, because if you're popping a double time, you want to have enough mechs in position to really lay into the enemy's tanks and get a huge, trade out of it, Then her super CO power, Victory March, this is where it's at. All foot soldiers gain +2 movement, so they get a lot of movement. And their attack is increased to 70%. That's a huge boost. But foot soldiers can capture any buildings instantly, even with 1 HP. So that's huge. It turns the tide of the battle for income reasons, and it turns the tide of the battle for, well, maybe the game. Because if you leave your HQ hanging, and it's easy not to do against a Sammy, but if you leave your HQ hanging, it's GG. She captures your HQ, and it's over. But as we can see in this map, both HQs are covered up by black boats. So these black boats, and if you drive a Sammy tank up to hit it, that's minus 10% attack, so you're just not going to get a lot of value out of that. Sammy artillery, though, those shred these things on HQ, but you got to get them in position and you got to protect them. And there's not a lot of good forest tiles to put them on that aren't just going to be discovered by the enemy. So removing this from the HQ, I think you better get that out of your head. I'm sure it's happened in plenty of matches, but it's tough to do. Okay. Okay. I guess with that, so I will say I did reach out to Eckhard and say, "Will you play me in a practice match?" He said yes, and yeah, it didn't go well for me. Let's put it that way. So he taught me a lot, and I took those skills into this game, and I tried my hardest to take down my opponent. But we will see how this game ends. Let's go. Day 1 for Dijon. Will pop double infantry. Sammy infantry, deadly. Little does he know, I'm playing Sammy too. I'm pretty sure he does know that. My infantry are just as deadly. So we will push out to our respective cities. Okay. Here we go. Yep, just get to capping. I mean, this is all pretty standard. So I could have gone an early game recon here, but the thing with Sammy infantry is like, if you see a juicy infantry on a city, and they're already capturing the city, throwing a recon at them, they're going to capture the city next turn. If you want to fully stop Sammy infantry from capturing a city, I believe you have to get them down to 3 HP, and a Sammy recon is not going to cut it. So the vision is nice, but right now, setting up for victory marches, I think I'm better off just pumping out infantry. We will see if my opponent opts to. Nope, he does the same thing. So here we go. We're pushing out. There's something to be said about pushing forward to go grab the forward properties, but I have 2 properties back here. I have to drop back at some point. I might as well start accumulating that income sooner than later. And yeah, no tank, no recon, just all gas right now. That turn, yeah, maybe I should have popped out a recon just to park it in a forest and get vision, or even a tank. I could have afforded a tank. But, and then there we go. So Dijon will produce a tank, and I may have to play catch-up. We will see. So, so I push out my infantry, and now it's time to deploy my strategy for this game. I believe I do it on this turn. Mech. Okay, so these mechs, they'll cross the river in one turn, and they'll push out side by side and get to the middle of the map where all the fighting has happened. Now, why is it important that these are side by side? Because if one of them gets damaged, he can pull back by let's say a tank or a recon. He can pull back, and there's a mech within walking within what is this, a walkable European city, within a moving distance of his buddy. So this mech bails, a full health mech comes in and blasts whatever target blasted it. And with Sammy, neglecting to get mechs on the map is a huge mistake when playing Sammy. You need those mechs to make your victory marches and maybe double times devastating. So here comes Dijon. He's pushing out. No mechs yet. Still no mechs. You're Sammy, brother. You need mechs on the field. There's no doubt about that. Meanwhile, I'm capping. Gotta get this comm tower early as Sammy to get a nice tempo lead. Maybe, I don't know, I'm just talking out my ass. It makes sense though, right? Grab this early because you're already down 10% attack with your vehicles. So get going and call me crazy. Do you guys think this is mech overload? We'll see if I'm making a mistake here, but you're going to see a couple more of these popping out in the next couple turns. Just saying. Getting these mechs to the front line is huge. It's hard to deal with mechs because if you hit them with a recon, they're going to fire back, and then you're going to be backup is there, and they're going to explode. These also, I believe, hit infantry much harder because they have higher defense and higher infantry on infantry firepower. So really win-win situation. What can take these out? Of course, battlecopters and anti-air. But even with anti-air, right? If you want to strike one of these with anti-air, you better have something else to injure my other mech. And look, at this point, if you want to strike this anti-air, you better be able to cripple this mech and this mech. Otherwise, my mech is coming in, and it's going to obliterate your anti-air next turn. So this March of the Minis strategy, I really liked. And then, of course, if they're going to have anti-airs running around, I'm using this factory, basically, it's on vehicle duty, right? I get my vehicles towards the middle, and they can flex between the southern part of the map and the middle part of the map. Okay, so this will be my vehicle factory, and for the time being, this will be my mech factory. He goes in, starts capping, and I mean, he's got this, right? He's got this. He's Sammy. There is no interrupting this cap. Damaging the infantry may still be worth it to hurt his capture game, but we'll see. And then look at this. Sammy tanks. Sammy tanks cost 7,000. Sammy mechs cost 3,000. Sammy mechs hit way harder than Sammy tanks. Way harder. Now, of course, the trade-off is the movement. These have 6 movement. These have 3. Much more versatile. But for the cost, I think in a match like this, with fighting that's sure to happen around the middle, I'm going to crank out my mechs. No such thing as overkill when it comes to mechs this game. Was my strategy. Does it pay off? And then if I'm smart, right? If I'm smart, probably go anti-air here. And no, I just go recon. Okay, at least more utility. And yeah, so, you know, he's going to get this next turn. Was interrupting it smart? Probably not. This is just going to end up dying, and it won't be around for a... Yeah, see? So now it's dead, and it's not around for a victory march, so definitely think that was a mistake on my part. He drops back to get his communication tower, and, I mean, yeah, his cap game is looking good. Definitely is higher than me, but, I mean, that is mega subject to change here. Still no mechs. More Sammy tanks. Sammy artillery, totally understandable. If you park it here, it can cover this, it can cover this. So with victory marches, it can clean up next turn, maybe pop a victory march of his own. I'm pushing out, I'm pushing up, and yeah, I just get more vision. I'll capture all of my cities, and then push this into the fray. I mean, Sammy infantry are priceless, right? Because they hit hard. You need to protect them. Me pushing this into the fray like this, kind of think it's a no-no. More mechs. Okay, looking back at it on this turn, I probably should have been scared of. I probably should have been very scared of battlecopters, but he hasn't gotten his airport yet. So I should have been so scared of battlecopters to the point where I 100% should have rolled out an anti-air from here to provide cover for these. I don't give a shit about tanks. I don't give a shit about enemy anti-air, enemy recon, enemy medium tanks. I don't give a shit about that. My mechs can cover each other. My mechs cannot shoot down battlecopters. So I needed an anti-air out of this factory this turn. Luckily, he's not going to make me pay for that mistake. And I do go anti-air down here. For 1, cleaning up his recon. 2, dealing with... cleaning up his infantry. 2, dealing with... battlecopters that are coming out of his soon-to-be captured hut here. So yeah, and then like I'm dead. That's just and he's got plenty of capture power with these. I've done nothing except throw my infantry away, and you know. He had a family, damn it. He had friends. Maybe he had a dog. Maybe the dog sleeps on his grave when he comes to visit him. No mechs, no Sammy mechs. He's gonna be in for the shocker when he sees what I got going on here. Okay, there and then so yeah, I can clean up that confidently. Throw mine on a 3 defense stars missile silo. What does he have? 3 tanks in the area. The tank spam is real, but up here is covered, man. I'm good. I'm good to go up here. Yellow Wolf, good to go. Hit song from like 2011 or something. I don't know. Okay, and then March of the mechs, and then yeah, finally I go. What am I thinking? I need anti-air up here like yesterday. So then yeah, I'll just have to go infantry here. And I'm like, you know what? He's got to invest a lot to stop this. So I'm just gonna go for it. And let's see how much he invests in it. He's got lots to invest in. Yeah, this will. And then look, I fire back with 3. Oh, he just got his comm tower. So yeah, I mean, there you go. And then he will definitely be able to clean this up just like this. And I actually am unsure that I saw, that I even watched the replay in a tournament game. I know, nasty, right? So yeah, now he's got this tank down here. He's like, whoa, what am I supposed to do about this? This could get a little bit dicey. Pops a Neo tank. Still no mechs on the field, and he pops a Neo tank. Lots of infantry for the victory march, so he's doing good with that. But I'm about to have a field day with these infantry right here. These mechs will hit them very hard. So here I come. I just grab my properties that I can, grab Vision, and then I'm like, you know what? He's got his tank presence is actually down here. Let's do a little front shift with these mechs and get them in position to help out with the tanks. And then, yeah, so I know this tank sees me, right? But I'm like, so what? Come hit me. And then I have a mech in range. And then I think about it, and I'm like, let's see if I pull this mech down. It'd be smart to pull this mech down because then this infantry could actually overwhelm. So I need more mech presence, and then boom, one shots because I'm a Sammy mech. I do lots of damage. Okay, and then I actually have a battle copter coming in, which will be huge. I can one-shot that, and then I figured my recon would do enough damage where this could still get stuff done. And I mean, looking back at this move, I don't think this was the right move. I think I just saw an opportunity to take out a Sammy infantry and to get a cheap shot at a mech, or at an artillery, but that just wasn't the case. So here I pull back, and then yes, I do pull this down, and now I have this nice little triangle here. So this is very well covered. We will see how he responds to it. And then another mech and another anti-air. Yeah, get these anti-air out because, like I said, the mechs will take care of the tanks. Okay, I don't really need tanks, right? But you know, you still have to make them because they're versatile. This will take care of Air Force and will clean up Sammy infantry just fine. So they're still important to make. Neo tank rolling down. I mean, at this point, I'm not scared of this. This costs 22,000. This costs 3,000, and can easily put a dent in a Neo tank. Easily. Enough of these will completely clean that up. So I'm like so not worried at this point. And then he's got a really good infantry presence around here. However, I'll be able to smack him hard because I have an anti-air. And I don't think he'll be able to get this. My anti-air will probably cripple him to the point where he can't get that. He grabs vision. He'll shoot at my mech. I'll shoot back. And yeah, it's a mech down. And I'm definitely losing value there. But, you know, definitely going to lose some value there. But I got reinforcements coming in. And I hit him pretty hard last turn. So I am not too worried about that. And yeah, so here, right, from a road only puts me down to 4. And then I put him down to 7. So, you know, mechs are strong, man. They have lots of defense, and then yeah, he's putting this in range of this mech. If I have double time, people rarely use it, just because you know, Victory March is so much better. Okay, yeah, and I mean, yeah, he's just hitting me pretty hard. So you know, this whole engagement down here wasn't a good idea. However, I will get this next turn because I am Sammy Sam. So here we go. I do have Victory March. I do have double time. I will take this. I will take this guy out. I will push forward. I will push out. Stay. And then, yeah, he's not going to get that. No, not today. This has lots of defense. I'm confident that I'll be able to get this. And suddenly I'm going to be able to flip the income lead pretty bigly here. Take that out. So yeah, so I'm firing back plenty hard, even with my injured mechs. So I'll keep this on the building. And now this is like a little mech ball right here. This is great. He's not going to be able to touch this. You know, down here is not looking too good. I have a mech and a battle copter in the area. He's got no anti-air, so I'm actually feeling pretty confident about that. And then, yeah, at this point, it's Operation Pullback. I'm able to take out an infantry. And when I took out this infantry, I was like, damn, this is great, because this is probably one of his only infantry in the area. And I was right. He just threw away, like, awesome Victory March material. Like I'm not going to be able to defend all these bases. What is he going to Victory March with now? He's been piling in his infantry, and I've been summarily cutting them down. So I've been doing a pretty good job of that. I think I actually ended up doing a damage calc here and realized that, you know what, I don't think I'm going to get it. So we'll see what I do with the anti-air. And then, yeah, more mechs. More. So, yeah, I think I realized, like, I can't do enough. I can't bring this down to 3, so he's going to get it. So I might as well attack just the one on the mountain just to try to clean up the infantry. Okay, and then he doesn't attack my mech there. Weird. I definitely would have... Okay, no, so now he does. And now he'll probably get this next turn, but I definitely have this. Okay, Goes for his second comm tower. That's going to be a nice damage boost to Sammy. I have mine too, and it doesn't look like he's going to be able to defend it. If he was smart, he'd have something down here to defend it. And if I was smart, probably could have diverted this. Nah, I mean, this is just hard to defend. I think each player just gets this comm tower. So, you know, it's this is mine and that's his. I just think that's just how it goes. Okay, and then yeah, he'll just about cut down my so yeah, takes away Victory March instead of cutting down my anti-air, which is fine. So yeah, I mean, down here he's got it on lock, and he says yes, I can push him out. He'll probably end up retreating, and I get this whole area to myself. Congratulations. Where's your infantry? You've just won a front, okay? I'm not going to be able to do anything on this front for many turns. Where is your infantry to capture these 3 properties? You've thrown them away. It's so important to keep your infantry alive in situations when you have, you know, a strong presence in an area. And that's, I'm not just talking to him, I'm talking to me too, because I throw away my units just as much as anybody in this game. So it's my turn. Victory March is charging up. I do flip that property. I now have an income lead. I will push out and see that he's capturing this, and I go, oh man, I really wish I had some backup in the area. Okay, I capture this. I will push onto my city and take a shot. I will pull back, and then I can come in with my battlecopter, and lucky for me, he doesn't have an anti-air in the area. Probably could have predicted that, and then this is backing up all this, so in case they want to come in with more backup, I will have a tank in the area, and I will surely send this mech southward, I believe. So what do I do here? So he's at 7, the building's at 10, I take him down to 1. So he's not going to get it next turn, so that's awesome. Okay, move up my mech wall. These mechs are kind of backing each other up. There's a lot that can happen to these mechs, but if he wants to take a shot with his tank, he's going to get fired upon. But with 2 comm towers, I suppose that will hurt a lot. So yeah, infantry, so 2 tanks, battlecopter, infantry. So now I can get my tanks in here when I have a nice mech presence. I mean, these are looking great. Nothing's going to hurt these. And then these guys are just going to back up these guys if they fall. So I'm really not worried about it. Taking a look at the score, I'm up. I'm definitely not up in troop value, but I am up in troops, and those troops are mechs. So dangerous. That girl is so dangerous. That girl is a bad girl. And a senior type B4. You know the song. I'm not going to finish it. Okay. So he kind of does the same thing. We play peekaboo, and then I'm like, ooh, this. Seeing this tank up here, I'm like, that's actually not good, because I'd have to divert these mechs, and I don't want to take care of this. So he gets a nice shot off at my anti-air, and then I see. So now I say, oh no, Neo tank, and then oh no, my mechs are getting cut down. Yeah, that's C. And then that's gone. So how am I going to deal with this Neo tank? I remember seeing this Neo tank and going, I'm actually not scared at all. I almost have Victory March up. No matter what, I think I said I'm gonna get Victory March up this turn, and I'm gonna get a nice shot off with this mech and just hurt it. It's 3,000 to 22,000, and it's just gonna deal a lot of damage. So he does kind of take the bait. I come in with the tank. Before I grab my comm tower, should not have done that. Okay. Fly in. Okay, now I have a big battlecopter presence, and now I have my Victory March. So here we go, and there's actually a lot I can do with this Victory March. I figured he doesn't have anything up. Oh wait, I can't move that. So I can grab this. I was sad that I couldn't grab this, although I can. So I think I will take that one and grab that. So here, okay. So let's take a look at the value change, right? So here we go. That is down. I mean, yeah, I just did like 6,000 worth of damage with a 3,000 troop. That made this worth it, and then all my mechs before it have been cutting down his infantry, which make it worth it when you're playing against Sammy, because you're taking away Victory March material. Speaking of that, there's another infantry gone for her Victory March. And then look, I figure there's nothing down here, because he's here, and if we're kind of mirrored, I'm like, well, maybe, and then I got it. I just ran into the dark, and I got it. I flipped that one. He's got Victory March up next. And at this point, I don't know if it was at this point or later, I'm like, holy shit, I need to start covering up my properties, because he has Victory March, and I don't really know where a lot of his infantry are. So then I come in with this battlecopter, and I start cutting him down here. And that's when I was like, you know what? I got to start covering up. And I was like, yes, I'll cover this up. He will definitely get this next turn. We will see what I do with this guy. I really hope I go grab this property. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, of course I can grab it. Let's hope I do that. And then, yeah, just moving out. And then, like, covering up properties that are close to him. And I'm doing a really good job. He's not going to be able to flip almost any of my properties next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If he was smart, he would victory march onto this. But we will see what he does. I get myself trapped. See, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Definite mistake there. This would have been a nice flip. Oh, man, big mistake. I'm actually hitting myself. And I get trapped there, and then I can just come in with my mechs and start. So yeah, so right, these are worth a lot when they have victory march up. That's 2 less victory marchers, 3 less victory marchers. Look at Sammy infantry. She has 1 in a position to capture this, and that's it. And then she can use this one to capture this with her victory march, and that's it. Oh yeah, you know what? And then I thought, you know what she's gonna do? She's gonna take this out and grab this. So Sammy will get 3 properties next turn, flip 2 of them, so she'll be up to 2,600, and then we'll be tied, right? So, not a bad victory march on my part, and I took out a lot of her infantry. I have lots of infantry coming into the front line, so, and then more mechs. I'm running out of mechs. I need more mechs. Come on, Pepe Silvia. So now I'm backing up this with, I see a medium tank. Probably should be, okay, so. And then, yeah, so there goes my B-copter, and, yeah, not popping Victory March or Double Time. But, yeah, see, look at this. Victory Marching mech here, throwing, he needs to weaken this up for his tank, and in doing so, he's really weakened one of his most important units in his Sammy infantry. Okay, he pulls back. He, he loses vision of this. I probably would have driven this in. I don't know what I would have done. I guess, okay, so he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, so, yeah, unfortunately loses vision of the 9, so mistake by his part. I don't know what else he really could have done, but, and then he builds a fighter. When I saw this fighter, I was like, what are you waffling about? You are not going to be able to do shit with that fighter, and even if you are, it's just a battlecopter, bro. Bro, it's a prank. Bro, it's a prank. Bro, it's a prank. So just build an anti-air. I mean, the fighter isn't going to be affected by mechs. I think he was just scared of the sheer amount of mechs that I had on the field, which makes sense. And then, yeah, gets himself trapped on a road. He's not going to like the way he looks, I guarantee it. Check this out. So he's got this 7 down to 6, surrounded by 3 mechs. What has this Neo tank done? Let's think about it. He's taken a I know for a fact he killed a mech. Okay, he killed 1 mech. That's minus 3,000. This is worth 8,000. He's brought it down to half health. He's done 4,000 damage. So he's done 7,000 damage, and it costed 22,000. These mechs will kill it next turn. I have outplayed him. He's driven himself into the alligator fuck pit, and he's not coming out. Okay. And, yeah, this fighter makes him produce 3 infantry, which he needs anyway, so it's not that bad. Still got it sitting on his victory march, because there's nothing really to victory march to at this point. Next turn, he's definitely got some options, but we'll see. I'd take a nice shot of him on the roads. If I were him, I'd victory march and just take this city. Okay, and then I drive this down here just to, because I want to drive it, because I want to take shots from my city. Here we go. Mech, boom, 6 down to 4. 4 down to 2. Battlecopter will come in. Gone. This. Take out. Yes. Look at this. No more. Look at this. Gone. Where is your victory march fodder? It's gone. That was a fun turn for me. Was it the best? Oh, you know what? And then I calculated it. The reason that I took him out with this battlecopter, I'm like, you know what? He can't reach with this anti-air. So if he doesn't have another anti-air, he's effed in the A. Look, unfortunately he does, but I have a wall blocking it. I don't really know that, or do I? I don't really know. And then I see this medium tank, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to just be taking pot shots at it with a Battlecopter, mechs are going to take too long to take care of this. My tanks cannot take care of this. I need an answer for it, and that answer is a Neo tank. I've chopped down his Neo tank and made it pretty much useless. And then here we go. This tank has been kind of running rampant up here. Mistake because he's going to be able to hit it next turn with a full health tank. But I'm still feeling pretty good. And yeah, at this point, I'm like, I think this is his only infantry up here. And I was right. So these are like totally mine now. Unless he diverts a tank. And if he does, he's not going to be able to do anything down here. Looking at the game right now, I'm officially up. And I'm big up in income. He needs to pop a victory march and make it worth it. But what is he going to capture? I'm keeping his victory march in mind the entire time. I'm covering up properties to make him at least work for the properties. Yes. Oh, and I remember being sad. I was like, damn it. Because I think I drove this tank away from the one. No, I guess I never saw the one. But I remember me going, damn it, he's going to grab this. So, like, if he victory marches next turn, he comes in with this. He blasts this open. He flips 1, 2, 3 properties. Actually, 4 properties. And, he flips 4 properties, and one of them is a comm tower. So, if he was smart, he pops Victory March next turn. He opens up by not popping Victory March and just using this to capture this. I don't know about that one, cuh. Okay, so yeah, I mean, he's got no vision around here, but he's still able to clean up my tanks. I mean, his tank presence is great. Don't get me wrong. Where are your infantry? If you had an infantry right here, it could slide in and begin capturing that property. But you don't. You just keep making tanks and sending your infantry into the shredder just to die. So yeah, grabs vision of my 5 health mech and takes it out with a much higher expense, much more expensive unit. More infantry. Dude, you need infantry down here. You need infantry down here. So, then he'll come in and slam into me, and then, he actually gets, that's a really good engagement. I thought for sure that would do less. That's just a really good engagement. He's got his 2 comm towers now, I suppose, so this is doing plus 10% damage, so, yeah, now it's worth it when you get 1 comm tower, definitely 2 comm towers. Okay, and, he'll probably get this next turn. Like, still doesn't pop Victory March. Instead pulls this back, which is like crazy stupid. And I pop a double time. I pop a double time because I wanted to use my mechs to take out to hit his tank here. I think is what I wanted to do. So I go here, I go there, and then also just for the boosted damage. Yeah, and then I can move here, and then I just want to take him out before I go here just to cut his vision. And then look, I'm capturing this comm tower. I'm gonna get it. Okay, perfect. This is why I pop double time. I can take this out and then reach this, and then this will reach this. This comes here, takes that, one-shots that guy. Tank gone. I see his fighter, and I'm like, oh shit, that's actually not very good. And then yeah, so I just popped double time for the boosted damage. At this point, I was definitely feeling like I was way up. Looking at the game, I wasn't necessarily way up. So I got to be careful. And then, yeah, abandoning this property, I say, you know what? Victory march and go get it. That's fine. I see, like, no infantry down here. I'm not scared for a double march or for a victory march on these properties. And, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. A victory march would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, He's sitting on this victory march, and it's crazy. He just really should not be doing that. Okay, so he comes in. He's got his victory march. He's got his He's got this a fighter. He knows that I have an anti-air here. Without this anti-air, I can do nothing about this fighter. So he needs to grab vision of this anti-air, which he saw last turn, and then knock out my anti-air with this tank. So he flies. That's fine as long as he knocks out my anti-air with his tank. Okay. No. So he's not using the replay viewer because he's not using the replay viewer because this would have been tough for me to come back from. But I'm going to be able to hit him with a 9 health anti-air next turn, and he is still not popping Victory March. Crazy, crazy. Gets himself trapped. Pushing up. He's had good tank presence all game. Yeah, I think he's had good tank presence all game. he's made no mechs, and he's not using the review player, the replay viewer. So that's just bad on him. And then boom, look at that, all that value just crumbles to dust, and you don't get charged because you're not popping your victory march. I mean, shit, he's winning in true value right now. There's no denying that. I know I always thought he had a big presence around here, so I'm being cautious with all these units. And then yeah, I just start capping. I'll start capping this next turn, and he won't be able to interrupt it with the 7 health tank, so I'll just get it. Okay. Go here, and then yeah, push out mechs. Yeah, and then I can just take pot shots or whatever. Okay, start capping. Day 17, Dejan. He resigns. Okay, so I don't know if you guys could kind of tell I kind of felt like my demeanor in this replay shifted from beginning to end, because when I won this game, I thought like, hell yeah, like I outplayed this guy. Like, obviously I'm better than him because he didn't do, he just didn't do a whole lot correctly. So obviously I'm the better player, but did I play well? Watching this replay, the answer is not really. There's a lot more I could have done. I could have been way more careful with my income lead, sat back on it, and pumped out more teched up units, which is what I started doing towards the end. But I was playing a little too fast and loose up here. He made some mistakes that would have made this fighter, epic. Oh, another thing that he very clearly could have done with this fighter is so this is what you need to do with your fighter, okay? You hit my battlecopter right here, and then you place an infantry right here. Can he do that? No, he can't. So you hit my oh no, you hit me with your fighter right here, and then you place your infantry right here. So then I have to forego this cap to take care of the infantry and then hit it with an anti-air. Because I can't, because if your fighter's right here, I can't anti-air right here. So he just made some bad mistakes. I don't know. I'm actually kind of sad watching this replay because I thought like, man, I might have a chance in this tournament, but against a better player, if I play like this, I thought my opening was slick, but I mean my mechs did get the job done, just not on a smaller scale than I thought they would. That's for sure. So, yeah, I win. That is my Smacky Cup Round 2 Game 1 victory. Game 2 is starting soon. I'm playing a practice match before it, just to kind of get a feel for it before I just jump head first. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. I don't know. Let me know if you think I played well, or if you kind of agree with me that you think that this guy could have played 8 a lot better. But yeah, all right, that's all I got. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. Bye.